My husband, Eric, and I are the parents of 3 Southeastern alumni. I feel like our family has grown up with Southeastern. 20 years ago, our son, Aiden, started at Southeastern. He was 3 years old, and I think one of the earliest students of Sandra's. It was back in the days of the tiny space above Maggie's Corner in Cohasset, and he just loved coming for his toddler activity time and continued on in the after-school program throughout elementary and middle school. And all during that time, we really wished that there was more programming at Southeastern, but we knew Sandra had plans. Our daughter Tamsin was lucky enough to be in the very first preschool class of Southeastern, and it was amazing. When she graduated from preschool, there was no kindergarten yet for her, but she also continued in the after-school and arts programs throughout elementary and middle school at Southeastern. Devin, our little one, who's over there, the lucky duck, had better timing with Southeastern. She got to start at 18 months, which I think was actually technically against the rules, but she did. And she got to be part of this really special first kindergarten class of Southeastern. And then the school grew with this cohort, and they got to be the very first grade, second grade, and so on, all through until 5th grade when they graduated together. As parents, this was a little bit of a leap of faith. At the end of each year, we parents kind of looked at each other and said, are we doing this educational experiment with our children again? And even though we kind of sort of pretended to wring our hands about it a little bit because it was so different, we always knew the answer was yes. It was always yes, and we held hands together and took that leap of faith together, and I'm so grateful for the other families who did that because it really had to happen together, and it was such a special group making it happen. So there's many things that our children have gotten out of Southeastern. Spanish, of course, being the most obvious one. I mean, Spanish was the initial draw for me and Eric as parents because we really believe, even now, that learning a language as early as possible is really the best way to, and easiest way to learn a language. And at some point it becomes really hard and you're just never gonna have the accent or ear to master the language in the same way that you will when you're really young. So certainly our children developing comfort and fluency in speaking Spanish has been one of the greatest gifts of Southeastern, but there's so much more. Somewhere pretty early on in elementary school for Devin, we realized that even if the entire program were run in English, we would still have her attend Southeastern. The work that she was coming home with, and there were many opportunities for us to go into the classrooms to see what was going on, and all the work we were witnessing was absolutely amazing. It was so rich and robust. The extensive writing, the presentations, the hands-on science, the yoga in Spanish, the music and arts and culture and Chinese. It was just so incredible and rich and a true liberal arts education that I'm not aware of anywhere else that implements a curriculum like this. And so even beyond the Spanish, the curriculum itself was so amazing, and we could see, as evidenced by Elise here, these children were becoming so confident and creative and curious, so well-spoken, such great writers, and so excited to share their learning. They were learning how to learn, learning how to love to learn, and it was just so obvious. So the other piece of what our children have gained from their Su Escuela experience is truly feeling they are citizens of the world. Our children are all young adults now, and we see them constantly seeking out these experiences to go out and be in the world. Aiden has done a service project in the Dominican Republic. Tamsin has spent last summer in Madrid studying and traveling all over Spain. This fall, she is so excited to finally get to go to Chile, and she'll be spending her fall semester studying and working there. Last winter, Devin was so excited to have the opportunity to assist on a medical mission project in Guatemala. And we see our children constantly seeking out these opportunities in Spanish-speaking countries, but also other countries. And Eric and I really attribute so much of that to their early experiences at Su Escuela. It was really formative. I just want to note that running a school has to be one of the hardest jobs ever, and one of the most important ones. And starting a school from scratch is a Herculean effort. And not just any school, a school with a totally innovative curriculum, a school that operates in 3 different languages, a school that brings many teachers from other countries. It's not easy. Sandra, I know that you had the vision and blueprint for this school sketched out from the very beginning. But it's not easy to realize that vision, and I am in awe of what you have created. And I just want to say congratulations and thank you to Sandra, to Alex, there's still some of the same teachers, Paula and Leo and Romina, and all of the teachers, all of the administration, all of the staff, because it takes a big community to do something like this, and all of the families. And I can't express enough how lucky we are to have this gem of a special school right here in the South Shore. And I can't wait to see what happens in the next 20 years of Su Escuela. Thank you.